If you ask Dick Smith to describe himself, he would tell you that he's just a greengrass, everyday golf professional. And while that was true, the 27th president of the PGA of America was far more than that. He was humble, he was competitive, and during his tenure in office, Dick led a dynamic period of growth in the association seldom experienced since.
I had the great opportunity to serve during a period of time when our association and the game was moving very quickly. And I always looked at what we did more than what I did.
Born Richard Lee Nielsen Smith on June 16, 1942 in Akron, Ohio, Dick Smith began going to the golf course with his father at age 10.
We lived in Baltimore. My dad was a public park player, and he would pull me out of bed on a Saturday morning, and I'd go over and pull the handcart around for 18 holes.
He began as a caddy and quickly excelled as a player. Dick won the 1959 Maryland State JC Championship at 17. And at 20 began working as an assistant professional at Green Valley Country Club.
I had an opportunity to move to Philadelphia to get my first assistant pro job. So I packed everything up and moved to Philly and stayed there.
For the next 60 years, he would continue to serve at nearly a dozen clubs in the Delaware Valley and truly make his mark on the section. Dick Smith turned professional in 1961 and was elected to the PGA membership in 1964. He was the vice president of the Philadelphia PGA in 1975 and president from 1978 to 80.
I worked for a fellow PGA member who always told me, he said, if you're going to be a complainer and a critic all the time without jumping in and trying to help the situation, you're in the wrong direction.
After a successful stint as an officer in the Philadelphia section, in 1984, Dick moved into the national ranks with a seat on the board of directors.
I just felt like it was an opportunity to contribute to the game, to contribute to our profession. I've always felt that much of what we do will not only benefit the current day golf professionals, but those who come behind and follow.
Dick was elected president of the PGA of America in November of 1990, and when he took over the top spot in 1991, the PGA of America was celebrating its 75th year.
We really worked as a team. I have the personal belief that a plan like that wouldn't be possible unless all three of the officers signed off on it and agreed to continue it. In order to achieve the success that we had, we all committed to making sure that that long-range plan was a long-range plan.
With that commitment and a focus on education, employment, and public awareness, the PGA of America membership doubled during his time in national office.
I think I fought for things that were important for club pros, and I felt I could bring the association resources to try to help those thousands of men and women that were looking for their association to help them with their professions.
Dick revamped the PGA Business School model and created the PGA Golf Professional Training Program.
We all recognized that our business was changing, so it was kind of a two-pronged activity where first education was critically important to making the golf professional better equipped to meet the demands of the changing business. And then the employment effort was equally as important and paralleled it because our professionals needed help. But more importantly, they needed someone to represent us in the field and cause employment to be more important to our employers. And I think those efforts since that time have been exceptional.
Dick's first year as president presented some of the most historic championships in golf history. In 1991, Jack Nicklaus won the senior PGA at PGA National, a course he had designed. A ninth alternate named John Daly won the PGA Championship at Crooked Stick by 3 shots.
I'm really happy to present the Wanamaker Trophy and tell John Daly that his name's the next one on there. John, congratulations.
And the United States won the Ryder Cup at Kiowa Island. The competition came down to the last putt on the last hole.
The United States wins the Ryder Cup.
And the United States won for the first time since 1983. That was awesome.
The American celebration. Oh, and it has just begun.
It was quite a thrill to be part of that. It was a very famous part of golf history.
In addition to his successes in the boardroom, Dick was one of the greatest players to hold office. He competed in 13 major championships, including a tie for 44th at the 1970 US Open and a 17th at the 1992 Senior British Open. He played in 5 PGA championships, 11 PGA professional championships, and was a 5-time Philadelphia PGA champion and won over 25 championships in his playing career. Amazing.
As a golf professional, I think I've done pretty well, and I've had the good fortune of playing pretty good golf here in the Philadelphia section.
Dick Smith was an advocate of open club membership for women and people of color. Smith was also passionate about teaching and developing the next generation of golfers, dedicating his time to run affordable, professionally run golf tournaments for juniors to exhibit their skills and enhance their high school and college golf resumes. And the only time he left the Delaware Valley, Dick Smith was the PGA Director of Golf at Bethpage State Park when they secured their first US Open in 2002. He was a 1992 inductee to the Philadelphia PGA Hall of Fame and the 2005 PGA of America Hall of Fame. Later, Smith opened the Dick Smith Golf Academy in 2008 at Valley Brook Country Club and remained a fixture there until his passing. The only passion that rivaled his love of golf was his love of family. Dick met Adrian Kane at a family gathering, and they were married in 1965. They had 2 children, Dick Jr. and Stephanie. Dick Jr. even followed his dad into the business. The amazing quality about Dick Smith was that he could be grounded in the present, but simultaneously focused on the future. He was constantly focused on the PGA member in front of him while having the vision to look forward and anticipate what the game and business would be decades later.
I always viewed myself as just a rank and file club professional from southern New Jersey that got lucky and did a few good things and managed to go up the ladder and do the things that I've done. Had a lot of fun doing it, made some wonderful, great friends, and hopefully impacted the association and golf professionals that follow in some fashion. It's kind of the epitome of what I think every golf professional should strive for.